reminders, you got on. So for the leaf vac, so right here, if you want to even come in here, this is the choke. You probably remember all this stuff, but as a refresher, this is your choke. You pull it out, the choke to start it up, push it in to shut it out. You have to start it from the opposite side, but you can kind of feel your way. And as it starts to die out after you choke it, you can push it in. Back here, you don't have to come with the camera, but there's the throttle that goes up and down. Flipping over to this side. So this is really, first step is you want to turn this so the fuel is going to run, right? And it has it right here. This is your way to turn it off. So there is an on and off switch over here in the event that there's like an emergency, you need to shut it off. But really the main way to always shut this off is always run the fuel out. And that's by blocking this off. So when you're done, as you guys remember, let it run. Like, I usually will turn the throttle down just a little bit, but you can keep it pretty high because it's gonna run the fuel through the line. So when you shut it this way, it's blocking the fuel and then it'll run the fuel out of the carburetor. Reason being, we don't want fuel in the carburetor because this thing's so bouncy, you could crack the car because of all the weight of the fuel in the carb. So anyway, that's why you guys always want to, you know, that's how you turn it on, that's how you turn it off, let it run out. Here's your pull cord here. Like I said, you can reach around from here, pull the choke, crank it, push the choke back in. When you're hooking this back up, if this ever breaks, you need another one. The way I had it finagled this year is just this one here. I would say whenever you take it off, just to be on the safe side, just click this here, just so we're not losing that piece. It's almost extra. You really don't need two probably, but just in case we don't want it like flopping like this when you're driving. So, you know, this is how you secure it. Pretty simple. And then up here, again, kind of like an extra measure. I would say same thing when you want to strap it. You can actually just let it hang, but just remember to strap it when you're done. Again, obviously, that's holding it, but I don't want this thing flapping when you're driving. We got the tire to extra secure it. And the way I've been doing is just kind of give it one wrap, put it on here, and this is bolted in there, so it shouldn't move. Make sure, and I'll grab it, but you got I see you have the yellow thing for the. We'll put a brick to choke the wheels in the open, but you always want to have that just in the event you get a flat ever. You'll want that to change it out, you know. So coming to the back, the way you strap this up, if you remember, and we can mess with it. You might even be able to get, this is probably fine. We could maybe get one more bungee to put here and wrap around and hold on here to try to get a little more tight. But anyway, essentially these ones are pinched on here always. And then you basically, the way I did this one is just wrap it so it's tight around here, around this lip, pull it to here. It's not an exact thing, but that's the way I have this one. And then it's pretty much same thing on this side. This lip is a little bit different. It's really hard to get it to catch under here, so I was just putting it here. You really just want it snug, and you want to ideally have this thing pulled down the best you can, because you will notice when you first start sucking, it is going to creep out of here, like, because it shoots, blasts here, comes down, and any bit of like looseness here, it is going to shoot out here a little bit, mostly dust. Like last year, once it gets packed to like here, it's usually fine, but in the beginning it is going to shoot out. Just make sure that you kind of clean it up when you're done. That's basically it. Brakes are on the front.